you through how to stream on YouTube with OBS. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. First of all, go and open up OBS, just like so. Then what you want to do is go and create a new scene on the left by clicking the plus button, and we can start adding some sources. I'll click the plus. In this case, I'm just going to keep it simple and add a display capture like so. I can add a webcam and even more things, but I'm just keeping it simple. Then come over and go and click on settings, and I'll go and open up, and come over to the left and go and click on stream. For this service, of course, we need to go and select YouTube. So
Hi guys, if you want to loop videos inside of OBS Studio to run infinite live streams or for any other reason, you are in the right place. First, open OBS Studio on your desktop. To loop a video in OBS Studio, we need the VLC video source, but it's not available by default in OBS Studio, as you can see here in the source list. Close OBS Studio now. You can download and install the VLC player from the link in the video description. Don't worry, it is safe to use. After installing VLC, restart OBS Studio or just open it. Click the plus icon in the source section and select VLC video source, which is available now. Name your source and click OK. In the playlist section, click on the plus icon, choose the directory option and select the folder where you option and select a folder where you can store your MP4 video files. All the videos inside this folder will be added to the loop automatically. You can even add MP4 files while running the live stream. Check the loop box to make the video repeat infinitely. Also set the visibility behavior to always play even when not visible. This keeps the loop running even if OBS is minimized. If you don't want the microphone or desktop sounds in your live streams, turn off all audio sources except the one from the VLC video source. To prevent your PC from going to sleep, adjust your power plant settings on your computer. That's it, your video loop is set up and ready to run continuously for long or infinite live streams 24/7. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Hello my YouTube friends! I'm afraid sometimes I have so many videos on creating better live streams that show complicated overlays and plugins that some people might think you need to know that stuff before you start live streaming. I want you all to know right now that is just not the case. When I first started live streaming, I had nothing but a cell phone. No overlays or fancy cameras or microphones or anything. And some longtime viewers would say those streams were some of the most entertaining. The truth is, I learned how to create entertaining live streams before I ever started adding overlays, alerts, plugins, and chat redeems. So I don't want anyone to think you need any of that fancy stuff to live stream and be entertaining. You can learn all that as you go. The first thing you have to do is go live and learn to interact in an entertaining way with your audience. So this Hello my YouTube friends! If you've been doing YouTube for
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Hold up, wiggy, 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 wiggy. Hold up, wiggy, wiggy. Metro Boomin.
Hey guys, I just found an amazing digital marketing expert on Fiverr.
So streaming to YouTube doesn't need to be difficult. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to connect YouTube into OBS Studio and the best settings to be able to utilize to have high quality, professional looking streams on YouTube. And if you're new here, welcome to the Streamer Academy, where I help you start, create, and grow your stream. So go ahead and check out thestreameracademy.com for tons of resources to help you grow your stream. So the first thing that we're going to do is you want to have OBS open. We're going to come to the bottom right and we're going to select settings. This is where a big bulk of the adjustment of getting everything connected is going to happen. We're going to come to the left-hand side and we're going to select stream. Where it says service, we want to select YouTube RTMP-S. This is then going to ask you to go ahead and use a stream key or to be able to connect your account. I encourage you to use the connect account because what it does is that it then brings in the YouTube chat into OBS Studio.
So you can now access
Ratu
from
manage it, to
anywhere in the
respond,
world,
and you can also
and you don't need an
schedule your
invite code
live
to sign
streams
up. Just help
directly
prompt,
inside
select the
OBS
aspect
Studio
ratio,
as
choose
well.
duration,
So go ahead and
and
select the
generate
connect
to
account
get results
recommended.
like this.
It's going to go ahead and ask
Comment
you to
AI,
get
and I'll
logged
send
in.
you the
So what
link.
you're going to do is you're going to select your email that you have for your YouTube channel. You're going to allow OBS to be able to go ahead and continue. Press continue. It'll ask you to log in. You may have to provide some authorization. And then once you're done, you'll see a screen that says authorization complete successfully. You can now close this page. So we'll come here back to OBS Studio, and now you'll see that your account is connected. So you want to select ignore streaming services using recommendations. So select that. Because we're going to put custom settings that's going to make our stream more professional. So we'll simply select OK, and you'll see here that our chat now comes up. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this, and you can go ahead and place it on the left-hand side, and you can adjust this here. Okay, and it says here, once your broadcast is completed, the live chat will appear here. Okay, so the minute you go live, the chat will appear, and you'll be able to go ahead and do that. This is the YouTube Live control panel. This is optional if you want to be able to use it. And again, this is going to give you again some additional features for you to be able to see and monitor for your stream. And if you do want that, you'll simply go through the same process and log in. Again, I personally don't use it, so I just like to have my chat, I like to have my horizontal, and I like to have my vertical as well here whenever I'm streaming. So now, just connecting over YouTube to OBS is not to make your stream look good. You need to go ahead and adjust some settings to make sure that it works out right. So we'll come back to settings here, and we'll go to where it says output, and we're going to go ahead and select advanced video output mode. Now, these, everything up to this point is exactly the same. This is where it changes whether you're on Mac or you're on Windows. I'm going to show you both settings for you, and then based on what you're utilizing, copy those settings for the best of your stream. So the first thing here is that if you're on a Mac, you're going to follow
shopping at
these
Walmart
exact
clearance.
settings here.
I used
You're
to
going to
walk
have your
past
audio
these
encoder
bright
on ACC.
yellow clearance
Your video
tags at
encoder needs to
Walmart,
be
thinking that
Apple
this was just some
VGA
cheap
64
leftovers. But what I
hardware
didn't
encoder.
realize
Super
is that these
important. Your rate
clearance
control
tags are actually
CDR.
money.
Your bit rate here, you don't have to have it at 9,000, and you can if you can afford it, but you can really put it at 6,000, and it's going to give you a good stream. And you may be asking, how do you determine whether or not you can have 6,000, 9,000, or even more? And the way you do that is by checking your internet speed. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to speedtest.net, and I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. You're going to hit the big button in the middle that says go. Once you hit go, that's going to give you your download and your upload speed. The big number that you want to focus on is your upload, okay? The most important thing here is that this number should be at minimum 10, okay? It should be 10.00. The higher, the better. If you have at least 10, you can use 6,000. Minimum 10, okay? It should be 10.00. The higher, the better. If you have at least 10, you can use 6,000. You can use 9,000, kind of, but you don't really need that much of a range. So go ahead and check that. Once you check that, then you can come back and follow these settings here. So once you determine your upload speed, we go ahead and put it at 6,000. Keyframe intervals, you're going to put it at 2. Profile is going to be at high, and you're going to use B frame. settings. Okay, these are going to be your settings if you're on a Mac. If you're on a Windows, these are the settings that you're going to go ahead and utilize. So you're going to go ahead and keep it at advanced. You're going to use the audio encoder. You're going to use ACC. Your video encoder, you're going to use NVIDIA NVIC H.264. If you don't have a really good graphics card, you can select HX264. Okay, and that's going to be decent enough for you to be able to go ahead and stream. And then for your rate control, you're going to use constant bitrate. Again, we're going to follow the 6000 for this. You're going to do keyframe intervals. You're going to put it at 2. Your preset, you're going to put it at P5 slow. Now again, if you have a really good PC, you can go ahead and even go to P7. If you go to P7, that's going to be the best quality, the more strain on your computer. If you go P1, it's going to be less quality, it's going to be smoother, but it's going to require less resources on your PC. I like to keep it at P5. Tuning, put it at high quality. Multi-pass mode, 2 passes. Profile high. Uncheck look ahead. Adaptive quantization, put it on. And then brief frames, put it at 2. If you follow these settings right here, whether you're on Mac or you're on Windows, this is going to give you the smoothest experience on YouTube. You're going to look great on camera. Your screen's going to look good, and it's going to be a great experience for your viewers. So once you've gone ahead and set up those settings there, we're going to come to apply, and you're going to select OK, and then we're going to come back into the settings just one more time, and we're going to want to make sure you have your audio destination set up correctly. So your desktop audio, you want to make sure you select your desktop audio, and then for your microphone, you want to make sure you utilize your microphone that you utilize here. Now, this can be your Rodecaster, it can be any mic that you have connected to your computer. You select that, press OK, and now we have the best settings here. Now you can just simply click start streaming to go live and not have to worry about any of the issues here. Now again, you can go ahead and set this up inside of YouTube, or you can do it here inside of OBS. You can select manage broadcast, and this is going to give you the option to be able to select your title. So we can type in here test title. You can put in your description. Now if you have default descriptions and things that you normally utilize, I encourage you to set this up inside of YouTube, and then you can go ahead and select existing broadcast and you'll be able to use it there. However, you can put a description here. You can decide if this is going to be public, unlisted, or private. Super important. If you select private, only you're going to be able to see it. If you select unlisted, only people who have access to the link can see it. Public is going to be available to everyone, and it's going to put it into the algorithm as well. Then you select your category. You want to select no, it's not made for kids, or yes, it's made for kids based on what it is that you're doing. You can then go ahead and upload your thumbnail, and then for latency, you want to go ahead and put it at ultra low, especially if we're streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is the stream settings that I gave you. This is going to make it to where when people type in chat, you're able to respond right away. So there's the lowest amount of latency between when somebody chats with you and what's happening on stream and what's actually happening in real time. Then you can go ahead and schedule this for later, or you can go ahead and create the broadcast and start streaming, or just simply create the broadcast and come back to it later. So you can select that. Once you have that in place, you can go ahead and hit start streaming, and now you're good to go. However, okay, you don't want to just go live without having a professional looking stream. So you can see here that I have a graphics, I have my gameplay, I have my camera showing here for me as well. So if you want to have a professional looking live stream with graphics and overlays, go ahead and watch this video right here where I walk you step by step on how to add all your overlays, alerts, your chat, your starting soon, everything that you need to make your stream look professional in this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next video.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization, more time, and more growth. Speed up your website copy with an AI text generator that delivers a consistent brand voice to every corner of your site. Unlimited unique visual.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach you my best settings for noobs like you and me to get started with a live stream in OBS. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to OBS and live streaming, why don't you check out my latest video where I teach...